are gay. Hello, everybody. It's been a minute. I guess I'm back to making content. Thank you everybody for coming out to this video. This is the draft analysis for INT Season 3, a draft league hosted by our favorite Hawaiian, Mr. Cahoots himself. I call him Cahooters, which is a nickname upon a nickname, probably upon a nickname. Who knows at this point? But our San Jose Sharpedos are planning on going all the way. But before we get to the draft analysis, I want to make sure that you guys know that you are appreciated. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for staying subscribed to the Helios the God channel, the Helios the God brand. Go get your merch and shnikes in the bottom description. I don't know what I'm saying. And if you want to continue supporting the channel, go ahead and hit that little alarm bell next to your subscribe button. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've got a cat and her food is not cheap. But without any further ado, let's get right into our draft analysis for INT Season 3. The team, once again, your San Jose Sharpedos. Our first round pick this season is none other than the brand new Pokemon to the Indigo Disc DLC. No, none other than Archaludon. Archaludon is the evolved form of Duraludon from Generation 9, and this thing is a powerhouse. It got so many great new things about it, including the stamina ability that we only previously saw on Mudsdale, as well as the brand new move Electro Shot, which, if you're familiar with the move Meteor Beam, adds a +1 special attack bonus before hitting on the second turn. Now, Electric Shot is a 130 base power move, and it is an electric type move, which is odd because Archaludon is nowhere near the electric type. It does maintain the Steel Dragon typing from its previous evolution, Duraludon, but we've got some great things here to support it, including another brand new Pokemon to the Indigo Disc DLC. That's right, we've got Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt, our second round pick, of course, is the Paradox version of Raikou. It maintains a lot of its same moves, gains a dragon typing, gets a little bit slower, but it packs a wallop, getting access to moves like Draco Meteor, Heavy Slam, the brand new move Supercell Smash, and even its own signature move, none other than Thunderclap. Thunderclap is a base 70 power move. It is a special move. It is a priority move. And you can think of it as special electric type Sucker Punch because it's got the exact same effect. It will fail if the opponent did not click its own attacking move that same turn. I'm excited to see what this thing can do. I'm sure you are too, as it, like I said, it is a brand new Pokemon to the Indigo Disc DLC, which only launched about a month ago. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. We're very, very weak to ground types already, what with a steel type powerhouse and an electric type powerhouse on the team. What do we need? We need something to ground ourselves from the ground Pokemon. Maybe set up some terrain, which is why we got our very own Rillaboom on the team to set up some grassy terrain right underneath our feet. Rillaboom, of course, got its near signature move back, Grassy Glide. Although it did take a power cut, it is still a force to be reckoned with. Priority and grass are two things that mix very, very well. It also, of course, kept Knockoff, Stomping Tantrum. It's got access to a lot of moves that are going to do wonders for our team. It's got that coveted momentum in U-turn. And of course, we could always throw one of those eject packs on it, go for a superpower, get switched out, and then do some shenanigans. Pokemon number 4 is, of course, the hoppiest man, woman, child, frog on the team. We've got Politoed because we got to set up some rain, baby. Did y'all think that I wasn't going to draft Duraludon without getting some rain on the squad? The one thing I did leave out about Archaludon's signature move, Electro Shot, is that, baby, you don't have to wait when you're in the rain. That's what my dad always told me. Keep a rubber in the glove box and keep an umbrella in the trunk because you never know when you're gonna fuck in the rain. My dad never actually taught me about the intricacies of life and living. He was pretty emotionally distant from a very young age. So we got the frog to set up rain. Unfortunately, Politoed did lose Scald, but we still have some powerhouse moves on here. We've got Surf, we've got Hydro Pump. It did get that brand new move Chilling Water, which arguably kind of great as opposed to Scald. It's not. Who am I kidding? I miss Scald. In this generation, good ground types are very hard to come by, and 3 of them just so happen to be elephants. So who did we pick? Of course, we got Donphan. Donphan's good at a whole lot of stuff, including, but not limited to, getting rid of hazards with Rapid Spin, getting rid of terrain with Ice Spinner, Ice Shard exists as priority for some reason on an elephant. And then, of course, it gets the fattest EQs against so many teams. And who can knock that sturdy ability? Next up is a Pokemon that I have wanted to use since I saw it in action for the very first time in one of the trailers for Pokemon Legends Arceus. We're talking about Zoroark Hisui, baby. The only normal ghost type to exist in the Pokemon universe. Still keeps the illusion ability, but gets a whole myriad of great normal type and ghost type moves. This Pokemon is quite possibly one of the best leads in draft, one of the best switch-ins on a team that is weak to fighting, which if you saw Duraludon right at the beginning there, I got a weak to fighting Pokemon. I'll be honest. I'll be real with you right here. Its special attack is nothing to gawk at, and its speed makes it a great Scarf user and an amazing Specs user as well. Now, at this point in the draft, there weren't very many Fairy-type Pokemon left. I really wanted Sylveon. Sylveon got taken before this point in the draft, but we've got something that is equally as good, if not in some cases better. Time to get laid, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about Comfey. Comfey is good at a great load of things, but its most valued asset is, of course, the triage ability. Think of it like Prankster, but with moves that heal. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Everything under the sun from Giga Drain, Leech Seed, Draining Kiss even, those are all priority on this mon. So there are times where we don't even have to run speed because this thing's going to be dealing out damage. Lickety split. Now, what you're seeing out right now is a team that is full of things that are weak to ice. We've got Raging Bolt, we've got that Rillaboom, and of course, Donphan. They all hate ice-type Pokemon, so why wouldn't I go for the best ice-type switch-in in the game? Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves Volcanion. Some of you may remember we had Volcanion on our very first Draft League team at the ICP, the International Clown Posse. Insane Clown Posse International Competitive Pokemon. We brought back Volcanion from our very first draft team, and it is here to stay. I love this little frog-looking motherfucker. It's great with kids. Not only is Volcanion the best ice-type switch-in in Gen 9, he also let me borrow his Lamborghini Countach while I went and did drugs, and he went and built homes for Habitat and Humanity last week. One of my favorite sets to run on this thing, of course, is Flame Charge, Focus Blast, two other moves. And not only is it special in my heart, but it is special on our team because it is our one Terra Captain. That's right, kids. It was very expensive for Terra points this year. We could only afford one for all of you. This thing hits hard as heckums on both special attack and regular attack. Steam Eruption, one of the best moves in the game, period. We outfitted this thing with the Water Terra type, the Ground Terra type, and of course the Fairy Terra type, which are all amazing types for this mon to have, especially in Gen 9 meta. Now, one of the things I wanted to be priority on this team was Sticky Webs because if you notice, our team is kind of slow. We want to make sure we set everybody up for success, and although we are very bulky of a team, we like them thick boys, we are not very fast, so I did want to get a good Weber, and we have that none other than the man spider himself, Frank Reynolds. Spidops. I went to Vietnam. You were there in 1993 to open a sweatshop. Other than Sticky Webs, this thing also gets access to Spikes, Circle Throw, Knockoff, a whole myriad of moves to help support itself and help support the team, very much unlike Frank Reynolds, his namesake. Now, when drafting the team, I wanted to make sure that we could get some versatile team members. We're not going to be bringing Rain every single week because it's just too predictable. Toxicroak fits very well into that dynamic. With the Dry Skin ability, it does heal while it's in the rain, and unfortunately, it does take extra damage from Sunny Day and fire attacks. But that healing in the rain is going to be a great benefit to us, especially if we decide to bring something like Life Orb. It gets access to a lot of great moves like Sucker Punch, Close Combat, now gets Swords Dance, Gunk Shot, and can stand its own against a team no matter the consequence. It's also a frog, which makes it even gayer. This is a very homosexual team. There are 3 frogs. It's a 3rd frog! Now, I know what you're thinking. Helios, the God, John, Daddy, you're gonna go ahead and draft a rain team without a Swift Swim mon? Of course we drafted a Swift Swim mon, ya dinguses! It's Barraskewda. A heavy hitter on the physical side. Throw a choice band on this thing and it will do your mother's laundry. It will demolish your house and it will drive a wedge between you and your loved ones. Liquidation, Crunch, Psychic Fangs, Poison Jab, Flip Turn, Close Combat, just to name a few of its most useful moves. This thing's going to be doing a lot of breaking for us, and we're going to be doing a lot of work with this Pokemon this season. And of course, we couldn't leave the team without our 12th round pick, our last piece, our keystone, if you will, that brings everything all together, hits hurricanes like the mama jamma that it was born to be. We've got Moltres Galar all the way from our ICP Season 1 team. You might know him better as Bach Topic. I know him to be a dark, brooding, feathery lad. We are going to be going for some great range strats here today, but it does not only do that. Of course, we're going to be hitting fat hurricanes. We're going to be hitting nasty plots, fiery rats. Maybe we'll bring Power Herb Sky Attack again. The sky is literally the limit with Moltres Galar. Now that, everybody, is the San Jose Sharpedos starting lineup for Season 3 of the INT. Make sure you go and hit that follow button, that subscribe, that little dingy bell. All of my social links are right down in the description down below to follow along for our draft season. Make sure you go follow all the great coaches that are also linked down below. Check out my first week video versus our dear friend Q, the Costa Rican. It's going to be a battle of the... I can't say that word on YouTube or I'll get demonetized. Thank you, everybody, once again for coming out to today's video. Don't be a Nazi, and we'll see you guys in the next one.